This is something I want to identify. If these are satellites that I'm tracking right here, I would like to know if they're satellites. If these are labeled objects, I would like to know which labeled objects they are. This is a serious moment. I mean, I would just really, really like to get these identified, dude. If I was kind of breezing through Starry Night, I just put it in the other day, dude. I'm really not too familiar with it, but I'm not seeing anything on my Stellarium, dude. So, I mean, honestly, if you can find something, bro, in your Starry Night or on any of the websites you got, man, please do, and please update us in the chat log, Daz. I would really appreciate it, and I know that you know which websites to go to above anybody else that's in my chat log here. So if you can do that, if you could do something like that, bro, I would really appreciate it. Right now, I am at 48 degrees by 169. Alright, this is where my controller tells me I'm pointing at. This is where Stellarium tells me I'm looking in the sky, bro. My right ascension, I'm at 6 hours, 33 minutes, 14.4 seconds. My declination, 5 degrees, 51 by 53. Next star we're coming up on here is HIP 32231. Yes, 32231. That's what we just passed by. Let me see what we're coming up on. Right now I'm underneath HIP 33406. I have, I'm going to pass right in between. On the bottom is going to be HIP 33723. Above it is going to be HIP 33719. I'm going to pass right between those.
DarkSkyWatcher just told us that we're going to pass directly between HIP 33719 and HIP 33723. And where are our satellites? Right where he said that they would be. This positively identifies these 4 objects as the 4 satellites that I have identified. But if we got these identified with those satellites that Daz just gave us up, then that wraps that up. We got them identified. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They had to be in geo orbit if they're cruising like this, if I'm able to track them like this. Thanks, Daz. I really do appreciate it, bro. I really do appreciate it, man. Yeah, it was a good find, Daz. I really do appreciate you running through the catalog for me, man. I couldn't do that and try and track these things. And you know as well as I do, when you don't know what it is, man, and you're looking at something like this, you gotta keep it in the scope. You know, I didn't have time to try and do all that with catalogs, and we're barely off. But that's just the way it is when you're going from a controller into a Stellarium program or your Starry Night. You're always off just a little bit, you know what I mean? But we're in the same ballpark right now with your numbers and my numbers. Yeah, we're in the same ballpark. We're basically looking in the same field of view. Well, that's what Stellarium's showing me. Yeah, we're tracking the same objects, bro. Your numbers and my numbers, I mean, we're off just by fractions. You know what I mean? But that's just the differences between our programs and the hand controller and all the communication. But we're looking in the same field of view with the numbers you're giving me and the numbers I'm looking at. Yeah, we're both in the same spot. In this clip we hear DarkSkyWatcher74 talking to Heidi, another viewer on his Ustream feed. Let's have a listen to what he says.
It's always fun, Heidi. Even when you see stuff like this and you find out that it's a satellite, right? Like we just found out they're satellites, right? It's confirmed that they're satellites. But it was one hell of a ride. It was fun. It was exciting. Oh, that was a fun ride, Robert. I had someone else that I know got up in here that's knowledgeable. That was helping me out because I was busy tracking the telescope. He was doing some digging through the files because I couldn't find any objects in my Stellarium. He couldn't find any in his Starry Night. So he ended up downloading the entire catalog, and we finally identified them as a grouping of satellites in geosynchronous orbit. I have the names of them somewhere in here. I saved them somewhere, but it was a fun ride, man. Even though they ended up being satellites, it was awesome, dude. You know what I mean? It's always fun. I think you're onto something big. You know, it doesn't matter if it turned out to be satellites or whatever, man. It was still fun for me.
And let's not forget this little discussion between myself and DarkSkyWatcher74, Tree of Might, also known as Wake Up America, on his Facebook page. I sent him a message and I asked him, "Hey dude, how come you have made no mention of the fact that these 4 objects were positively identified during your Ustream broadcast?" I identify these 4 objects as being 4 geosynchronous satellites: EchoStar 17, Anik F1R, Anik G1 and Anik F1. You even agreed with my findings because I was able to tell you the right ascension, declination and altitude azimuth coordinates of these objects, and you confirmed that the data I gave you was the same as your telescope settings. So why have you not mentioned this information? Are you deliberately trying to make this sound more mysterious than it really is? Why are you hiding the truth about the identity of these objects? Why haven't you given the data in the description of your video? By the way, these 4 objects were not in deep space, as your title suggests. They are in geosynchronous Earth orbit of approximately 37,000 kilometers altitude. And of course, DarkSkyWatcher74, Tree of Might, replied, because it's in the 3-hour video that we identified them. Would that be the 3-hour video that has been deleted from DarkSkyWatcher's channel? And he goes on to say, I mean, come on dude, you can't burn people right off the bat with that. You gotta let them take a ride for a little bit and enjoy it. It is in the video that they were identified as satellites, so don't worry, no one is duping anyone. Really. So if you're a subscriber of DarkSkyWatcher74, Tree of Might, or Wake Up America on Facebook, do you enjoy being taken for a ride, as he says here? Do you enjoy Dark Skywatcher laughing in your face so that he can talk up his videos and earn more views? Because for Dark Skywatcher, because he's monetized his videos, more views means more money for him. And we know that he's got a PayPal button on his Ustream channel and on his YouTube channel because he wants to buy more gear. So he's laughing in your face, and he's laughing all the way to the bank by talking up these videos and making them into things that they're not, just so that he can get more views. If I was a subscriber of DarkSkyWatcher74, Tree of Might, I think I would be rethinking my support of him, knowing that he has lied to me.
Alright, take it easy, Daz. Thanks for doing that for me, bro. I really do appreciate that.
You're welcome. Anytime, bro. Anytime. As always, do check out my Facebook discussion page, Voices of Reason to Explain X or VORTEX. You'll find a link in the description area. Thank you for watching.
If you can identify these things, Daz, please do, bro, because this is something I want to identify. If these are satellites that I'm tracking right here, I would like to know if they're satellites. If these are labeled objects, I would like to know which labeled objects they are. This is a serious moment. I mean, I would just really like to get these identified, dude. If I was kind of breezing through Starry Night, I just put it in the other day, dude. I'm really not too familiar with it. But I'm not seeing anything on my Stellarium, dude. So, I mean, honestly, if you can find something, bro, in your Starry Night or on any of the websites you got, man, please do, and please update us in the chat log, Daz. I would really appreciate it, and I know that you know which websites to go to above anybody else that's in my chat log here. So if you can do that, if you could do something like that, bro, I would really appreciate it. Right now, I am at 48 degrees by 169. Alright, this is where my controller tells me I'm pointing at. This is where Stellarium tells me I'm looking in the sky, bro. My right ascension, I'm at 6 hours.